What's going on, Harvest? Good evening. Today is July 8th, 7:14 p.m. now. I was thinking about what I should do today, what I should talk about. Should I do a vlog? I've been trying to go out more, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I've just been cooped up in this house. Join me out while I pee. Now, I feel like sometimes what makes a person entertaining? You know what I mean? What makes someone entertaining? What makes you want to subscribe to their channel? Now, what makes a person entertaining? You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes I can be entertaining, sometimes I can be funny. You know, I kind of overthink my channel sometimes. Maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I'm not doing things that are as entertaining as I can. Like I think about what makes a person subscribe, you know? What makes a person want to actually subscribe to you? I know when I subscribe to YouTubers that I watch, like Edmund X, Markiplier, who else? Even Thickney. I'm not subscribed to her, but I'll subscribe someday. You know, I gravitate towards their channel because they're themselves. They're authentic. They have high editing. They do a lot of stuff. Like for instance, what's his name? Edmund X. He has a high. He edits. His edits are tough. His edits are tough. Every single scene there is an edit. Like this man 2D draws, like 2D animates. He's talented. And it's not fair to compare myself to him. But I've been on this, posting every single day for 8 days now, a little over a week. So I can't really say. I'm still trying to develop my style, but I've been thinking like, what makes someone want to subscribe to you? Like all these people that I mentioned, something gravitates towards them. And I know I'm gravitating. I get some comments here and there. You're entertaining to watch. I want to keep watching you, but it's not really necessarily insecurity. It's not something that I lack. It's that sometimes I might feel that way. It might be on my mind sometimes. Am I really entertaining, And if I am, how long could I keep this up, Because you can become the entertainment, right? You can become entertaining. You know what I mean? You could be the entertainment, kind of like an iShowSpeed. You are the content. And that's what I want my channel to be that way. But sometimes I question, like, am I really being as entertaining as I can? Because, I could sit on the camera, talk, but, like, is that really entertaining? You know what I mean? Is that entertainment? When I think about entertainment, I think about performance, doing things that generate a reaction. And I guess you could say I do that, I'm not really just a talkative channel. I guess you could call me as like a vlog channel. And I asked my mom this before, like, is that like considered a vlog thing? You know what I mean? Like, what is considered vlogging? And turns out I'm a vlogging channel. It's just documenting your life, basically. It doesn't really have to be outside. It's just you documenting your life. And that's what I kind of do. I'm trying to be, I'm trying not to overshare my entire life, because a lot of things can come back at you and bite you in the buttocks. I was talking to my mother about this today. I was really asking her, like, do you have is there anything that I'm doing that's a little crazy, And, not crazy, but like, I don't know, that I could do better. And she was like, yeah, there's some videos that I don't like and stuff, but, you just got to figure it out, basically. And I got a little annoyed at her because she always defaults to that, oh, you got to figure it out. But it's just true. I do have to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out my own style, what I really want to focus on. Because as you know, one day I could be talking about something, the next I could be outside, I could be, I don't know, like doing a tier list. I could be soaking to the camera, which I don't want to do. I've been trying not to do that as often. But yeah, I just want to be careful about what I post. You know, what I post, who I'm posting it towards. Not all of you guys are going to like my videos, you know? Even if I'm your favorite YouTuber, there's going to be some times where I miss. And I understand that. And I know I'm doing enough. I post consistently, you know? I'm trying to get to those 100 videos, 100 videos on this channel. That's my goal. And 200 subscribers, you know what I mean? But if I'm entertaining, that's great, you know? If you find me entertaining, you sub for a reason, you know? I just wonder what that reason is. Like, why do you subscribe to me, you know? Like, you don't have to answer that question. I'm not really necessarily asking because I don't want this to be a video about validation. I don't necessarily need validation. You know what I mean? But I just question, like, what makes a person entertaining? Because when I watch IShowSpeed, he's entertaining. You know, he does all that barking stuff and he's loud and he does backflips and stuff. But then you got people like Penguin Z that doesn't do any of that stuff. He just talks. And there's just something about him talking, him being just talking. He doesn't do anything. He plays games now, occasionally, but he talks. And yet this man is still entertaining. No edits, no loud Edmund X's, no nothing. He's just sitting down on a camera, just talking. Kind of like what I'm doing. You know what I mean? He just talks. And he's learned how to talk over time. He's learned how to like cater to an audience, like I just say. My fault. I'm kind of moving around a lot. Let me station you guys right here. My bad. I'm just kind of thinking. But like, he's like, he's been, this is another thing that I need to chill out with. I'm comparing too much. Too much comparison, man. I know I'm trying not to repeat myself, but I don't know. I feel like with a lot of things that I want to do, I want to be entertaining, you know? I don't want every video to necessarily hit. I want every video to be better than the last. But I feel like this July daily uploads, I feel like I am improving, you know? I mean, I feel like I'm improving this whole entire time. This channel is almost a year old, you know? But at the same time, it's like, is there anything I need to do that's different? Am I really like captivating people? I know some people say that, but sometimes I don't get as much validation as I think I would want, you know? So, not to say I need more validation, more people. I'm glad that I'm getting recognized in a way. But at the same time, it's like, am I entertaining? Am I being a proper YouTuber? Am I growing the proper way? I always question that. I've been even looking at videos, and I don't even do that. I've been looking at videos lately, like how to grow your channel properly. You know what I mean? You know, I know it's a lot I've seen. You don't necessarily have to be consistent. You just have to, make your videos substance in a way. Like, give your videos some substance, you know? Because I feel like with this July thing, and I'm enjoying it so far, but I feel like it's starting to just become a substance-less thing. I'm just posting videos for the sake of posting them every day. Like, kind of like how Plagueboy Max felt. I keep comparing, my bad. That's just how my mind works. Let me stop. It's kind of like I'm posting every day, but am I just posting a post or am I giving people value? You know, am I giving value to what I'm saying? Because like, if you really watch my videos like that, you should know there is a consistency of what I say. One of them is trying to give substance. You know, when it's needed. Trying to be entertaining as needed. You know what I mean? I don't want to be boring. Like, I asked my mom this. Do you watch my videos all the way? And she was like, she doesn't watch them completely, which is fine. There's nothing, I just took it, I took a little personally, you know what I'm saying? I took it a little personally, but yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like I would want you to watch them fully. You know what I mean? At least one, you know? Not all of them. Every video is for every individual person. Some videos are not for you. Some videos you might take away. It doesn't matter. So I don't even have to make videos that mean something. I could just make them just to make them. But like, I enjoy making them. But I just like I know I'm entertaining. I know I'm entertaining. But like, have I really shown that entertainment side of myself that I've been conjuring in my head? And I just questioned that today. The conversation that I had today with my mother, I kind of question as well. You know, like, am I being... Because, you know, I used to do skits. As you guys know, on the Mr. Mace channel, I used to do skits. And I didn't post nearly as much. But I had 200... Oh, no. Yeah, 250 subscribers, I believe. I think I went down a little bit because I don't post anymore. People unsubscribed because they know I'm not going to post anything again. Like, let's be for real. But people, you know, they recited my songs that I did on the Mr. Maze channel. You know, they talked about my skits. And now that I'm doing this corn stuff, the stuff that I really want to do, you know, talk, voice my opinions, I it's a little less quiet as before. Now, don't get me wrong. When I got reposted from that reaction video, that was tough. I don't want to make it seem like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. I really am not. But, you know, I'm also human as well. And I think sometimes, like, am I really entertaining, you know? I don't need to be an Astro Speed. I don't need to be a Plaque Max. I don't need to be a Penguin Z. I'm not gonna lie, F those people for now. I love them, but like for now, they're not even in my rotation. Am I an entertaining Corn? Am I an entertaining Mazier? Am I entertaining? F all the comparisons. I don't make the same content as them. They make their content unique because they're them. If someone did my job exactly what I do, videos, the exact videos that I do, it won't be the same. I know that. There's something unique that I have. But am I using it wisely? Every chance that I have. That's what I'm asking. Why do people subscribe to me? Why do y'all subscribe to me? And that's what I ask myself. You don't have to answer that question. I don't need validation. I just ask it. It's just a rhetorical question. Why do you guys subscribe to me? You know? And I don't want to just post for me. I don't want to post selfishly. You know, in order to get to the top, I got to post for, in a way, kind of other people. For myself as well. But also for other people. You know what I mean? When you work at a job, you work for yourself as well, but you're working for an organization. Like if you work for Amazon, you work for Amazon. You know what I mean? If you're late, if you don't want to work that day, coolio, you're fired. Kind of like me. I got fired because I showed up late. And it wasn't intentional, of course. But like it was my responsibility. You know what I mean? You're working for that company. You're working for that people. You chose to work there. But you're working for a source. And that's how I view YouTube, you know? I want to appease myself, but I also want to appease you guys. I want to do the things that you guys also want to see. You Harvest want to see. You know what I mean? I don't want to just selfishly create because I won't get anywhere doing that. If I just selfishly make for myself, I'm not going to get anywhere. And I want to get somewhere. I really do want to get somewhere with this. And I listen to you guys more, you know, criticism that you guys have. You know what I'm saying? I like to read those, you know? Like what really makes me entertaining, what I could do better. I like reading those. Like that critic, that guy that criticized me on my reaction videos. My reaction video from Malcolm Todd that I told you about on the other video I did yesterday that I reacted to. I didn't take it that personal, but I was like, I'm glad that he told me that. I forgot his name. The comment is still up there. But I'm glad that he told me that because I need to hear stuff like that. You know? Now I'm not saying my content is derived from other people's biases. Sometimes you don't need to listen to other people's biases, what they got to say. You just do you. Of course. And I do that. You know, I do things that other people might not want to see. I just do it for myself. But also, too, I want it to be a good balance, you know? I don't want to be selfish, but I don't want to be too people pleasing. I want it to be in between. I do things for me and I do things for you guys. We both are satisfied. And I can't always satisfy you guys. I can't always satisfy myself. Sometimes I have to force myself to do something in order to achieve that thing. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It goes both ways. That's what I'm trying to say. I want it to be an equal exchange. This is terrible lighting. I apologize. Let me put it somewhere else. And I've also been trying to work on lighting as well. You know what I mean? I look buff, bro, a little bit. I need to work out more again. You know, and I asked this question as well. I had a talk with someone. Am I oversharing? And, you know, they said, yeah, you are kind of oversharing, you know, a little bit too much. And I'm like, oh, you know, like I like to hear even though I might be a know-it-all sometimes, I do like to hear criticism, you know what I mean? I really do. Like I want to better the craft that I'm trying to do. I want to be a YouTuber. This is something that I want to do. I want to do this. I would like to probably do this for a living. You know what I mean? Right now it's like a serious hobby, I'd say. But I want to turn this into a career. And so in order to do that, I gotta think long term. And so that's what I'm trying to do, you know? I'm trying to have fun, but I'm also trying to think long term as well. Like, is this really gonna like suit me in the future? Like, I gotta be careful with the things that I say sometimes. You know what I mean? I gotta be careful how I say it. You know, I gotta be careful, bro. I gotta be careful. You know, because I could have brand deals. I could have deals and all this stuff in the future. And I might be thinking too ahead, but, you know, I think about my future every single day. Anyways, this has become very complex. I apologize. But, I'm going to try to not overshare as much, I guess. And also, to what makes someone entertaining, you know? When you guys say that I'm entertaining, like, what does that mean exactly? How? I just question that myself. Like, how? What makes me... That's why I rewatch my videos sometimes. I'm like, oh, okay, I understand. I see it. You know? Sometimes I might question it myself and get a little insecure, you know, and think that I'm not, but not as I used to be at least. But I'm comparing myself to my old self, and I'm not my old self anymore, you know? But anyways, a lot of comparisons, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, what really makes me entertaining for real? You know? I know I need to edit more. That is one thing. Like, I'm on and off with the editing and stuff. Like, I'm on and off with a lot of things on the channel, bro. Like, I'm everywhere, to be honest. I'm just trying to figure out who I am, you know? On this space. In general, but, like, on this space, I'm trying to figure out what YouTuber I want to be. What is the type of YouTuber that I want to be? You know? I know I want to yap, but how, in what way? Like, in what unique way, you know? But, you know, that's something that I have to figure out, you know? But I also, too, question, like, why do I subscribe to this person? When I subscribe to somebody, you know, because subscribing to somebody is different from just watching and liking their stuff, liking their videos. You get notifications from this person. Whenever they post, everything that they post, you are a part of their growth when you subscribe to somebody. When you subscribe to me, you're a part of my growth. You are a reason. You are a step forward to my growth. When you subscribe to me, you are a part of this family, a part of the harvest, a part of my legacy. When you subscribe to me, so subscribing is not just a button that you click. It's something that you choose. You know? It's something that you don't just do hastily. You don't just subscribe to anyone. Something about them you subscribe to, whether it be what they do, them as a person. You're essentially subscribing to their legacy. You are building their legacy. You are part of that legacy. You're part of my legacy. When I make it up there, because I know I will, when I make it up there, one of the greats, you are, even if you're just a small percentage, not even just a small percentage, honestly, you are a big percentage. Each subscriber is a big percentage. You are a percentage of my growth. Not to view you as a number. You're not a number. You're more than that. You are my legacy. When I die, when I am nowhere on this earth, if one day, God forbid, I stop posting. I just stop posting. I pull a Corey Kenshin. Sorry to call you out, bro, but I pull one of those and I just stop posting. I don't post ever. I don't want that to happen. God forbid. I don't want that to happen. If God willing, I make it on here. When I do, I don't want to just dip, But if that does happen and I don't say anything, I don't communicate, nothing. I just dip. I forgot where I was going with that. Wow. Dang, come on, man. What was I going with that? I forgot. I don't even know why I brought that up. All over the place. Anyways, the point is, I don't want to make this too long, but I ponder that, I ponder it. Because, I'm making this hobby that I'm trying to call it, because I don't have enough, not yet. I don't have enough confidence in this yet. Of course, obviously, I'm just starting out, And I didn't post nearly as much, but one day the Harvest will become a household name. I will become a household name. You know what I mean? And I want to get there. Not as fast as I can. Not as soon as I can. But I want to get there as authentically and as good as I can. It could take years. It could take 10 years. It could take 5. It could take a year. I could be I chose speak, But I want to get better. And I will get better. And I am getting better. But I looked at my first video that I have on this channel. My first official one. The fragmented perspective. And I talk way better now. Way clearer than that video. I feel like that video was all over the place. And that was only 8 months ago. I've grown so much since then, And I just want to be entertaining to myself. I want to be able to watch my videos, not all of them. There's some videos that I look at, I'm like, why did I make this? You know what I mean? Why did I really make this for, it's not really that entertaining for me. Actually, no. Actually, I never really asked that, actually. I haven't watched all of my videos from start to finish. I've never done that before. It's kind of hard for me to. I can't watch myself back. It's not that I'm not entertaining to myself or I don't like what I'm seeing. It's just, I don't know. Just can't do it. I mean, I can, but maybe I'll know what people are talking about when I do it. But anyway, I've been yapping for 24 minutes, bro. I just wanted to talk about that, What can I do better? What can I say better? How can I carry myself better? And what makes me entertaining? How can I make this challenge more challenging, more fun for not only me, but for you guys, And I'm trying to think about that. But yeah, if I'm entertaining, if you think I am, if you subscribe for a reason, maybe it's your own reason. Maybe it's because I'm entertaining. Maybe it's because of the things that I do. Maybe it's because, maybe it's because for me. Maybe you subscribe for me. I appreciate it. Thank you. For real. I love you. And I don't even know who you are yet. I want to meet you guys one day. I really do. But when I get a little bigger, but I was thinking about doing a Discord too, but I feel like I'm a little too small for that, maybe. let me know. But yeah. If you're one of those people that watch to the end, let me know. I don't even know if you're gonna be watching to the end like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I be posting long videos sometimes. But anyways, that's really it. I just wanted to talk about that. Like what makes someone entertaining. But yeah, that's really it. Thank you for joining me in my journey. For the person, Jonathan, Prod by, what's his name? His name's Prod by something. Forgot his name. I've seen him. He comes with. I notice he comes like whenever like music stuff happens, but I don't shout him out enough as well. I see you, bro. I see you. You're a supporter as well. You know what I mean? I just shout out Jonathan, but I don't really be shouting out other people. I be seeing other people. That one Kim guy. Even though I just kind of saw him, though that small little comment that he made, I really enjoyed. I really liked. When he was saying like, you really made my day for real. I was like, oh shoot. When he asked for when he asked for me to react to that one album, and I did it, and he was like, oh my God, you made my day. I made my day. I was like, oh shoot. Like I smiled when I read that. So shout out to Kim too. Shout out to Prod by I forgot his name. I'm sorry. Shout out to Jonathan, of course. He's an OG, to be honest. So, same with Prod by, and shout out to the rest. I'll learn y'all names too. But if you show yourself more, of course. But that's up to you. Anyways, that's really it. If you find me entertaining, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And I'll keep trying to be as entertaining as possible. I'll keep trying to. And if you guys, I'm open to any criticism, bro. Any. And I will, you know what I mean? But don't treat this as a way of trying to be validated, because I'm not. I genuinely do enjoy what I do, even if I don't make as much as I want to, But I want to do it as good as possible. I want to be good at what I do. I want to gain skills. And that comes in time. But I just wanted to share my thought process for today. So thank you for watching. And as always, I love you. Make sure to love yourself. And remember to drink your tea. Thank you. And I love you. Amen.